Dying Light 2 Nightmare Mode is honestly the way the game should be played. Every fight hits harder, every rooftop run actually matters, and it finally feels like real Survivor. So in this video, I'm gonna break down why, covering combat, parkour, survival, and story.
And now it's too late.
Combat felt tough, really tough, especially with the low stamina. But that's what made it so damn cinematic. I had to use every single tool I had. No more just running into groups of infected or bandits and spamming attacks like an idiot. I was throwing firecrackers to distract them, tossing coins when I ran out, even breaking down weapons for scrap just so I could craft more firecrackers and survive. I was throwing knives, even sacrificing weapons by chucking them just to get an edge. I focused hard on unlocking combat skills to open up more ways to deal damage. Nightmare Mode made me see every NPC, every group of enemies as a real threat. It completely changed how I played the game. Boss fights were a whole different beast. Get it? You had to go in prepared. No more pausing mid-fight to craft or mod weapons, and if you didn't, you were forced to use everything around you. Balls, bricks, even the walls. And yeah, sometimes a well-timed wall run kick could save your ass, especially by stunning the enemy. Drop kick as well, stuns it enough and gives you enough time to recover. Parkour with the new stamina felt different. I had to take breaks while running, just let it recharge, and trust me, I died plenty of times from missed jumps, or Aiden letting go of an edge, or just a paraglider cutting out. And at its core, the parkour stays the same. But when you're running at night or dealing with tougher enemies, it definitely feels harder than just sprinting away like before. And the paraglider is basically almost unusable at night, because your stamina gets drained so fast, you can only maybe glide a few meters. When it comes to survival, Nightmare Mode really had me going out of my way to loot and hunt down inhibitors. I'd sneak into dark zones at night just to get them, because if a chase started, 4 or 5 virals spawning inside could end me real quick. And finding good loot actually felt exciting, since I knew I could sell it for a good price, but buying stuff from merchants wasn't really worth it. Instead, I invested money into craftmasters. They were clutch when doing a nightmare run, upgrading blueprints, repairing low durability weapons, even crafting new ones when it made sense. At night, the UV flashlight and UV bars were lifesavers, but they cost resources, so I had to rely a lot on UV lamps too.
Well, apparently? Well, who sent you here then? Waltz? Waltz isn't privy to Williams' directives.
You're asking too many questions, Aiden. There will be hell to pay if you keep it up.
Fuck you, hack. Oh, shit.
So you might be wondering why I'm even covering this story in a Nightmare Mode video. Truth is, this part isn't really about Nightmare Mode. It's because this is the first time I fully replayed the story since all the updates that changed it. And now that I've seen it, I finally get what bugs me about it. One big problem is the false choices and consequences. Sure, some choices matter, but nowhere near as much as they promised. And what really pisses me off is that when you choose not to do something, but Aiden still does it anyway just to keep the story moving, that kills the immersion. Another thing is the crappy voice acting of some side characters. It just pulls you right out of it. The problem is, outside of maybe 10 main characters like Jackman, Laban, Hakon, and Rove, nobody in this game really has a fleshed out personality. And just when Rove finally starts to get interesting, he fucking dies. Though to be fair, thanks to the improved cutscenes, his death does hit way harder. But I gotta mention Hakon, because he's by far my favorite character. He's actually well written and interesting. Everyone sees him as a traitor, but there's more to that. There's more to him. And if you play it right and don't kill him, he can get a real redemption arc. You can even end the game like you promised with him at the start, going to the beach to surf. And then there's Lawan, the character they pushed so hard in the marketing just because, oh my god, it's Rosario Dawson. She's so fucking annoying. She's supposed to be this tough, badass assassin, but ends up acting like a corny teenager trying to look hard because her ex betrayed her. And he even did it for a good fucking reason, but of course she didn't want to hear him out. If that guy really wanted a tough female character, they should have just looked at Jade from the first game. Jade wasn't annoying, she made sense. You could see she was strong because she had real reasons, looking out for her brother. And every loss just made her tougher. But yeah, just play Dying Light 2 Nightmare Mode, it's way better.